I'll show you those in a second. But again, you know, we're seeing a good win for Arsenal there, and Alexis Sanchez body language once again is very much the talking point, like we saw against Bournemouth in that incredible comeback in the 3-3 draw where he threw his gloves away. But when he got substituted, we can see here he just wasn't very happy. I mean, why do he? Why? I mean, that's the question.
It's slightly baffling, you know. If that's 5 minutes after half time, then you could probably understand his frustration at being an annoyance at being dragged off. But this is 10 minutes to go. You know, Arsenal have got the game already in the bag. He scored. What's the problem? You know?
But it's a message it conveys, isn't it, Julian?
I don't know. I think even if he had a 10-year contract, he would react like that. Even if he was earning 25 million a year, it would be like that. He's one of those who wants to play every single minute that he can. He never wants to rest, wants to train, wants to play, wants to win, wants to score. It's crazy. Yeah. And I believe that Ronaldo would do the same. And Messi would do the same. I think he's those kind of players who want to play so much, want to do so well, want to score so much that they don't want to miss anything.
I think inevitably, though, when you get a reaction like that from a player, particularly when there's kind of in the background
negotiations,
all the contract sort of negotiations, will he stay, will he go, does he want to stay, does he want to go, that obviously doesn't help the overall picture. And listen, it may well have been something, he might have been annoyed with himself. You know, we don't really know. It may not have been actually being brought off. It looked as though it was, but it may have been something else. But listen, they've said there was no problem with him, so we'll. I'm sure he'll start the next match.
It's exactly what Arsenal needed, though, wasn't it? It was a comprehensive win away from home. I mean, you know, it was helped by against a pretty poor Swansea side, who scored 2 own goals and an unintentional assist as well in there. But it was a job well done in the end.
It was, although it was another slow start. I thought Giroud was scoring just before half-time, I think 38th minute. And they have to sort out those start of games, because we saw it against Preston in the Cup where they were very, very poor for the first half. We saw it against Bournemouth, obviously, when they were 3-0 down. But you can't, in the Premier League or in England overall, you just cannot, you can't start so badly. You have to be up there, you know, up for it from the first minute. Otherwise, you risk to be 1 goal down, 2 goals down. And against Swansea, in fairness, Czech had to make 2 good saves. Otherwise, they would have fallen behind already in the first half, which is, they conceded so many goals in first half, or at least so many chances in first half. It's quite scary for a team like Arsenal.
Yeah, for Olivier Giroud, it was only his 4th start this Premier League season, because clearly, Arsene Wenger has favoured that fluid front 4, which includes Alexis Sanchez very much at the tip. Giroud goals, a cloud issue for Wenger. This is in the game supplement from the Times on Monday. Fantastic line, this. Just in talking from Gary Jacob about the Giroud and the Sanchez argument. Giroud acts like a narcotic, delivering a stimulus that produces an immediate buzz from memorable strikes such as scorpion kick, but whose continued use has damaging effects on the health of the team. So you can see where he's coming from. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Not really. A bit harsh, that. I mean, you know, they've just given him a new contract, haven't they? Contract extension. So listen, I'm sure everybody at Arsenal is happy with him. Giroud's a player who divides opinion, isn't he?
Well, even at national team level.
Yeah, he just divides opinion.
And you know that, of course.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, probably he's going to have to live with that throughout his career. He's not a bad striker.
No.
You know, would people want more from him? Yes, probably. But, you know, the same could be said of Mesut Ozil as well at Arsenal. Giroud does get his fair quota of goals. He's a very, very useful, valuable member of the squad and the team. He's a different player to Sanchez, gives them a different option.
Yeah.
But you know, I think he's kind of he's undervalued a little bit. I think sometimes at Arsenal and maybe for country as well.
We actually touched on this subject last week. Why is it he divides opinion in the way he does?
I don't know. It's too good looking, maybe? French? No, I don't know. No, seriously, it's hard to understand. He doesn't understand it either. I'm a bit biased, obviously. I don't understand myself. He's got an incredible ratio of minute play, goal scored, or even starts, goal scored.
Yeah, averages a goal every 70 minutes.
Which is incredible. If you just think about it, a goal every 70 minutes in England, it's incredible. And I still don't know why people don't give him more credit and why he keeps being a bit criticised. Yes, he's not the fastest, he's not the most mobile, but that scorpion goal, he's at the start of that move.
Yes.
You know, he's his little flick behind, you know, the back heel flick that then leads the attack, and then he's at the end as well. I don't know what more can he do. Yes, he can be a bit more efficient at times. He's missed a few chances in passes in the big games, especially. But he's also scored against United this season, against City last season. He has quite a good track record, I think, in big games. So I find it hard to believe why people don't give him a bit more credit.
Do you think he's going to be starting more following weeks, or do you think he's going to maybe go back to Sanchez at the top?
Listen, I still think, you know, Sanchez is his main striker. I think there'll be certain games where Wenger will prefer to lead the line with Giroud. But as we've just said there, he scores goals, and you know, no manager can ignore that. So no matter what the fans or the wider public might think of Olivier Giroud, his worth to the team is a goal every 70 minutes he's on the pitch, and that is an outstanding record in English football.
The issue would be when Walcott comes back, because then you can play Walcott, Ozil, Sanchez, and Giroud in your top four, but you can also play Iwobi, and Walcott and Ozil, and then you'll have Sanchez up front. It depends, I guess, of the opposition and what you want to do. But if Giroud hadn't been there, no one would have scored that header against West Brom in the last minute. No one would have bailed them out at Bournemouth as well. So I get his flaws, and he's not perfect, obviously. He doesn't have what Sanchez has, but he's got other things that are really, really needed for this Arsenal team.
I think sometimes his kind of body language, and he's got a language, he's got a language style. Sanchez is perpetual motion, isn't he? Yeah. He's a ball of energy, running everywhere. Giroud's not like that, and I think he suffers by comparison sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it amounted to another heavy home defeat for Swansea. One win in the